We're back again. Mm-hmm.
The ceiling's about to collapse. It's going to collapse.
She warned her landlord it would happen.
Can you see this? This is crazy.
But as Nicole Walters stood in her living room yesterday morning,
No.
panicking and powerless to the water dripping down her walls and through her ceiling, came the consequences of the...
You know, you can always tell, usually, 95% of the time, you can always tell someone's race, their ethnicity, their ethnic background by the way they speak. I'm going to peel it back again for you lot to listen to. Just ask yourself, why are you listening to the way she speaks and that, her tone of voice, her tonality and that? Just ask yourself, where do I think she's from? Do I think she's from this part of the world, that part of the world? What colour, what race? Where do you think she's from? Because I already know, because obviously I watched the first 40 seconds of it. But as soon as she started speaking, before I even saw her face, I knew, right, she's going to look this way.
Council's inaction.
Peel it back.
The ceiling's about to collapse. It's going to collapse.
She warned her landlord it would happen.
Can you see this? This is crazy.
But as Nicole Walters stood in her living room yesterday morning,
No.
panicking and powerless to the water dripping down her walls and through her ceiling, came the consequences of the council's inaction.
Bombaclat!
For 4 years, Nicole has reported leaks in her flat to Southwark Council, telling them only 2 weeks ago she feared for the safety.
They knew exactly what they was doing with this scene here. Now, why the fuck they have to shoot this scene from this low angle with the girl with the fucking skirt on? There ain't no straight heterosexual blood clot man who's watching this right now when...
For 4 years, Nicole has reported leaks in her flat to Southwark Council, telling them only 2 weeks ago she feared...
As soon as this part come on, their eyes went from up here to down there, yeah? If you didn't look at it, you ain't a heterosexual man, yeah? I'm sure even all the women that are watching this right now, yeah? As soon as the scene changed, and then, you get me.
2 weeks ago, she feared for the safety.
Yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say. You know what everyone's looking at, yeah? I don't know why the hell they fucking shot the scene from that low, from that angle.
My son was here.
But as I was saying, you can always tell, you know, what race, what ethnicity someone is going to be by the way they speak. And it's not a bad thing. Me, I want people to know I'm a black man when they talk to me on the phone. Why the fuck would I want them to think I'm a white man? Especially with my job. I'm an electrician. I get tenants' numbers and that. And I'll phone them up and say, yeah, it's the electrician, boom, boom, boom. Sometimes when I turn up to the tenants' houses, even the white ones tell me, I knew you was going to be a black man. I even had one tenant on the other side of Northampton. I went to her yard. And obviously, I phoned her up before and explained that I'm going to come and do the test. I need you to clear out the cupboard where the fuse box is and where the electric meter is. And I'm going to turn off the power for like 30 minutes or so. So anyway, when the woman got a bit more comfortable around me after I turned up, she said to me that she said to her daughter, he's got an accent. I guarantee you, when he comes, he's going to be a black man. And I guarantee you he's from London. And anyway, we was talking and that, and she said to me, yeah, she asked me like, where are you from, innit? And I said, yeah, I'm from London, innit? And then she told me that she told her daughter, yeah, he's going to be a black man, he's going to be from London. You can tell a lot by the way someone speaks. You can tell someone's age, you know, skin colour and shit like that. And it's not a bad thing. If you're a white man, you want to sound like a white man. If you're a black man, you want to sound like a black man. I don't want to talk on the phone and tell the tenants that I'm coming to their house and they think a white man is turned up and a fucking black man turns up. Nah. I want them to have it in their head. Yes, okay, I'm expecting a black man. I want them to know and expect to see a black man when I turn up to their yard. So, yeah, literally, that girl there, I just knew that she was going to be a black girl.
My son could have been sleeping there. My son, that's his favourite spot. And I'm tired of complaining. I just want a permanent place for me and my son to be able to call home. It's not fair. I just want to leave. I don't want to be living in these conditions.
Remarkably, it isn't the first time this has happened.
The ceiling's fallen down on me. The ceiling's come down.
In 2018, Nicole was sleeping on the sofa in the same room when the ceiling collapsed on top of her.
Imagine that. Imagine. Yeah, sleep. You get me? You see me, yeah, when I sleep, I like to roll up myself in a cocoon, you know? Like, I wrap myself up in the bed sheets, them like two calm moon, like a Ras Clark mummy, yeah? You get me? And imagine you in your sleep and BAM! something lick you. Like, imagine, like, I mean, I don't know if that's happened to any of you lot. Like, you get me? I don't think anyone has experienced anything hitting them or whatever in their sleep, like a picture falling off the wall or something like that. Imagine what that would be like. Like, I've heard mad stories, a man on podcasts talking about a man on their wing has been killed by their cellmate. A man beat him up with the TV, killed him in his sleep. Or a man's been stabbed in his face by his cellmate whilst he was sleeping, blood. Imagine that. Imagine a man come and lick you over the head with a TV whilst you're asleep, blood. No defense, you know. You see, most time when we're out and about and stuff happens to us, we've got a 2 split second to, you get me, pull up our arm if someone's going to do something. Or you could be, you get me, driving a car and you crash and that. You get me, you got time and you get me to adjust to the situation and that. In your sleep, no warning whatsoever. Bam, catch you off Ross Clark, God. Yeah, she must have jumped out of her sleep, boy. Fucking no. Imagine the ceiling collapsing on you whilst you're asleep. Like, that's fucking madness.
I can't believe this. I'm almost died.
Southwark Council say they fixed the leak that caused that collapse, but Nicole says the source of the problem has never been fixed and her concerns consistently ignored.
As the people that live in the homes, you guys...
And obviously, let's say she's black. Now, I would still put her in the black category, but if we want to really get technical, I'll say she's a coolie gal. This is what we call a coolie gal. So obviously you got black people and you got Indian people. Coolie people are black people that have Indian mixed in them. So they can even be half-half. They could have one black parent, one Indian parent. And I'd probably say a girl like this is probably from a country called Guyana. It's a South American country. They got a lot of black people and a lot of Indian people. I know a man, he looks Indian. He's from Guyana, but his family, I think his great-grandparents, he said, were from India and they migrated to Guyana and that. So, yeah, in Guyana, you got normal black people like me with, you get me, woolly hair and that. And then you got the Indian people and then you got the coolie people who are like a mix of both of them and that. Because looking at this girl, she does not look like she's got some tough African head. Yeah, she's got what we call in the black community good hair. So I know she's mixed with something. I know this ain't a straight up black girl. Good looking girl though, but I know she ain't a straight up black girl. She's what we call a coolie girl. Coolie girl them.
You guys need to start listening and taking action when people are listening, because people will lose their lives. And I think if I was maybe a little bit more wealthy, maybe this wouldn't have happened to me. Maybe my voice would have been heard, you know, being from a black background, you know. I feel like there's a lot of struggles as well. And this is not fair, you know. I'm just trying to build myself for me and my son to have a good foundation. And we can't even have a place to call home. Like, how is that right?
Southwark Council told us they are really sorry.
Right, let me just peel that back 1 second.
And I think if I was maybe a little bit more wealthy, maybe this wouldn't have happened to me. Maybe my voice would have...
Right. I don't mean to get red pill on this Ross Clark thing right now, yeah? But she's talking about she's not wealthy, and you don't need to be wealthy, but she's saying she's not wealthy and she's talking about her and her son. Where's the fucking baby dad? Where's your partner? Where is the man that you got pregnant by? So this is the thing. There's a lot of women who are single out here. And a lot of women like to blame the man. Them. Oh, he's a waste man, he's a waste man, he's a waste man. And a lot of people will take pity for these women who are single mums and that. But I don't take pity for them, you know. Because even average gal, they get a lot of men hitting them up. But especially good-looking gal. I'll put her in a category of being more good looking than average. I'm sure you could agree. So I know a gal like this would have had offers from a decent man, a good man. I know at some point in her life, a good 2-3 men who are good men had their stuff together, had their mind in the right place. You get me? They could have offered her the world or given her what she needs. Given her a place to sleep where the fucking roof don't collapse on her. But do you know what? She probably said, oh, I'm not interested in you because you're not a bad boy. Or you're not ghetto enough. Or you don't talk at the side of your Ross Clark neck. There's a reason why these women are single mums. And I don't feel sorry for them. Because I know at some point in their life, they had the opportunity to pick a good and decent man to get with. A man that would stick around. A man that wouldn't even have them in a property where the ceiling would fucking collapse. Right now, if she had picked one of the decent men that was offering, throwing themselves, because I'm telling you, all these girls had one or two guys in their past who'd thrown themselves at her. Nah, you're too easy. You're not a challenge. If she'd just taken up one of those guys, she'll be in a much better position. She'll be living in a property that's owned. She would have a full-time stable boyfriend, maybe husband, you never know, at least fiance maybe if she's lucky, and a father for her child. I think she said she's got a son. But no, instead of picking that guy, I'm going to fuck around with the rude boy, yeah. One of them, I think she's from Southwark, yeah, she's probably from Peckham or somewhere, innit, yeah? Yeah, one of them bad boys from South London and that. That's who I'm going to pick to knock me up. Let me tell you something right now, yeah? The man a woman will pick will never be the man the father will pick for his daughter. I'm going to say it again. The man a woman picks is never going to be the man that the father will pick for his daughter. See, women, they don't, I don't know. Literally, they go for all the wrong things. Obviously, I understand why, innit? Yeah, but at the end of the day, yeah, sometimes, yeah, you know, you have to override that hard wiring and that. I know women don't want a guy who's a little bit on the soft side and that. But you know what? Would you rather be a single mum and get knocked up by some bad boy who says the biggest road man on road and you get me, he's a bad boy and that? Or would you rather go with a guy who's a little bit more on the soft side, but at least have a stable roof, a stable home and a father figure for your youth? This is what women need to weigh up, man. Well, and there are guys in the middle. There are guys who are rude boys, bad boys, and there are guys that have their shit together. But obviously, there ain't enough JYs to go around, did it? So Nadia, you're fucking Ross Clark lucky, innit? But now, on a serious note, there are guys, because I get. Women like that bad boy energy, you get me? They like a man who's rough and tough, I get it. But you have to find the balance between a guy who's rough and tough and a guy that's got his head screwed on and that, yeah? Because he's going to be in a position like this. Living in a yard where the roof can fucking collapse on your blood clot head. Madness.
I've been heard, you know, being from a black background, you know, I feel like there's a lot of struggles as well. And this is not fair, you know. I'm just trying to build myself for me and my son to have a good foundation. And we can't even have a place to call home. Like, how is that right?
Southwark Council told us they are really sorry for the distress and inconvenience this has caused Miss Walters and her family and are discussing options to permanently rehouse her as well as compensation. But what's happening to Nicole is being repeated in homes across the country.
It is symptomatic, though, of a housing system that's not fit for purpose.
And this former president of the Chartered Institute for Housing says we're now seeing the result of years of cuts to council budgets and a chronic shortage of council housing.
I can't imagine anything more difficult than sitting, you know, taking those calls day in, day out when you know that, all right, maybe this person needs to be moved. We've got nowhere to move them to. But there's absolutely no excuse at all for not having a human response, for not, doing your job properly.
Back in Peckham, Nicole is living
with the cost.
what
did I say, Peckham? Up until this part, I ain't seen it, so I'm just speculating in that. But obviously, I know Peckham sits within the Southwark Council, innit? How Tottenham sits in the Haringey Council, how Stonebridge sits in the Brent Council. So I just assume, yeah, probably Peckham or somewhere like that. Knew it.
Of that broken system, and with it, broken promises.
It's our lives, it's our actual lives. We're humans. We was told after Grenfell we were going to have a voice, and we haven't been heard. Nothing. It's not fair.
She sounds kind of like, and you know what? Nadia's right. You know, I'm sure Nadia must have said to me one time. We was talking about different accents and that. Them South London people, they got some of them. They got kind of like a Essexy kind of twang to the way they speak, and like she even sounds like that. She sounds, you know what? Yeah, she actually sounds like a black girl that grew up in a white area. Now that I think of it, you know. Yeah. I know she ain't from my side. I know she ain't from Edmonton, Tottenham, or Wood Green.
I can't breathe. Oh my God, I can't breathe.
And tonight, after being forced to live with this for 4 years,
Told them. I told them.
she's asking what it would have to take for that change to ever come about.
That's fucking nuts, boy. But like I said, you know, she got knocked up by the right guy, which she had the choice of. She wouldn't be in that position, you know. A lot of people, a lot of women like to say, oh, well, you know, it's the baby dad's fault and that he's a waste man and that. No, it's the woman's job to vet and filter out the idiots. What is the solution? Oh, we need to start a campaign to educate men to be good fathers and that. No, we need to start a campaign and educate women to pick the right fucking men. That's like me saying, oh, you know, we need to go out and educate people to stop being a thief and breaking into people's houses, thief and stuff. No, fucking lock your door and get a decent security system. There's always going to be waste men out there. Yeah, it's down to the women to filter out the waste men. Women are the gatekeepers to sex, as they say. Unless a woman says you can, you ain't getting nothing from her. Unless, obviously, you go down the madman route and I ain't even going to say the R word. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's women that are allowing these guys to bust up in them and get them pregnant. So, therefore, they have sole responsibility. Because if they was only messing with high-value men that are, you get me, got stuff going for them, they wouldn't be in this position. So, therefore, it's down to the women. It's their fault. Unfortunately, you know, you decided that this guy over there or that guy over there, this rude boy here, that rude boy there was a better suitor than the better guy that ain't on that energy but has his life together. Well, this is your problem, innit? Yeah? It's your problem. Good night. Stay away. Done now.